Hey everybody, it is 𝗬𝗏𝗍𝗂 Rolly here for another Chatting with Wisdom. And so we are on Daily Self-Love Challenge, Day 8. And I am still in my PJs I always end up wearing this sweater, this jacket, on a PJ day. I don't know why, because it's actually cool. So I end up being cold and then I put the jacket on. But it was a PJ day today because we had a horrible snow day today. Lots of storming, lots of ice, not very nice roads. And so that meant that I didn't get to snuggle with my boy today. So I definitely missed that. Play date is postponed till Friday now. But so I'll get to be able to have some Clark loving on Friday. But in the meantime, let's dive into today's self-love challenge. And then I'm going to go jump in the bath and put some fresh PJs on. So today, let's start with what the challenge is. So we are on day 8 of the self-love challenge. And so that means that we have 10 days left of this challenge. And so I started this challenge 8 days ago, specifically because I really needed to refocus and reground myself. And so that has been my focus. And so the self-love challenge is, I'm encouraging people to join me. And I love seeing the messages that of people who are sharing the hashtag self-love challenge, and tagging the Power of Self-Love 7th Annual Women Inspiring Women Conference, and the people who are inviting their friends to join the challenge. And so that's all that you have to do to join the challenge. So do the challenge, complete the challenge, share the challenge, tag and invite. And so those are the things to do for this challenge. And it really is just about being able to kind of step back into who we are, and really being able to take time for ourselves and figuring out where we're going to go from there. So what I want to do is share about the challenge for today. So today's challenge was mindful eating. And the benefits of mindful eating is developing a healthier relationship with food, improve digestion, and enhance appreciation for nourishing your body. And so that was just really funny. So it's really funny that food is what actually comes up today. So we had our Soulful Life Hacks Soulful Shares tonight. And so one of the ladies in the group shared that she baked some cookies, and I am super fussy. And so not that I won't necessarily eat the ingredients that are in the cookie, but I definitely won't eat the ingredients together. And so it was like a fruit type cookie and like a fruit cake kind of thing, but it was like a fruit type cookie. And so she's like, hey, I'll send you guys the recipe. And I'm like, well, you can send the recipe to the rest of the group. I definitely won't eat them. I may make them, but I will definitely not eat them. So, and because I don't like my foods to touch. So very, very few things do I eat that is allowed to touch. And so that's just my thing. That's just, I have very sensitive palate when it comes to foods. And so, yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at. So it's funny that today's challenge is about mindful eating. So my mindful eating, and I'm glad that I actually looked to see what the challenge was for today, because I didn't remember what the challenge was for today. And so I went back to have a look before. Today was just coincidental. And so then it was like, oh, mindful eating. Okay, well, I'm going to be able to do this. And so anybody who is local to us knows that Viv's meat pies are the bomb. So they are amazing. They are incredible. And I absolutely love being able to have Viv's meat pies. And so when we were trying to figure out what we were going to have for dinner tonight, that was one of the things that I said, hey, why don't we just grab one of Viv's meat pies out of the oven? And so just being able to, so when I first took my first bite, it was super hot. And so then that whole piece of the mindfulness, it was like, this is really hot. And so you don't necessarily get that same flavoring and that taste. But it's just being able to just be in that moment. So when things kind of slowed down and my mouth wasn't burning anymore, then it was like being able to taste how nice and juicy that it was, and just really being present in like, this is delicious. And so, and there's a leftover piece for tomorrow. So that's what I get to eat tomorrow. But yeah, so it was just being able to just have that opportunity to just be in the moment. There has been lots of things that I've been working on today. And so it was like, but it wasn't busy because it was like not planned things, because it was things that I still have to get done, but it was like not that rushy kind of thing that I have been experiencing as I was leading up to getting things ready for our conference guide. So this is what I had spent a lot of time trying to make sure that everything was good and make sure all the details were in there, and crossing my fingers that there's nothing missing and or that there's nothing wrong. So our very final check was like, hey, the description's not even my description. And it's like, so because I was just about to shoot off and say, hey, it's all good. But fortunately, I was able to catch that before too long. So, but that's like, so I didn't have that rushed feeling. So being able to sit and be mindful. But one of the things that just as I was coming on and getting the live prepped to be able to jump on, one of the things that I was thinking about is that I have not been mindfully eating as much as I should be or could be or would be, because so since December when Evelyn died, we stopped having our meals systematically. So like every day at 4 o'clock, I would stop working and I would go and prep dinner. And so that we would eat somewhere between 5 and 6. And so to make sure that Evelyn had a nutritious meal at supper time. And so that was just one of the things that I would do. And so as I was prepping for this and I was thinking about, okay, where did things go in terms of mindfulness? How did I do? And just kind of reflecting on that, it's like, I need to look at figuring out how to re-implement, not figuring out how to, because it's still in my calendar. That time is still blocked off. But I'm just not doing it as often as I could be, or should be, or would be. If Evelyn were still alive, these things would be happening all the time. But so just because it's Sheldon and I, it's kind of like easy to just kind of say, oh, I'll just fluff it off. I'm just going to make a sandwich, or I'm just going to have this, or I'm just going to have that. And we just kind of do our own thing. Except for today. Today we ate together, which was nice. And so, yeah, so I just have to get better at making sure to carve out that time to just be more mindful about the eating. And so, but yeah, so that's kind of where things are at. I will be back on tomorrow to share tomorrow's challenge, or how I do with tomorrow's challenge. And so, but yeah, so I'm going to keep working on the mindful eating and focusing more on that mindful eating over the course of the next little bit. And I still have not gone out to do my walks, but I will. I keep saying I'm going to do that tomorrow. But I will definitely by the weekend. So like if I do not have a chance to be able to do that. So tomorrow I am going to be out and walking, but I'm not going to be able to be mindful of just being able to walk and be in nature and focus on that piece, because I'm running some errands. But it's so it'll be kind of in and out of the car, in and out of buildings. That's kind of the thing that I'm going to be working on tomorrow. So that doesn't really count. So tomorrow is definitely out for being able to do that. And then so Friday, depending on where things go, I may have time to be able to do it Friday, but if not, for sure on Saturday, I'm going to take some time and carve out time to be able to do that on Saturday. And Sunday, we have a play date with my friends. And so I'm looking forward to being able to hang out with my daughter-in-law and my bestie and her daughter and the children. And so I'm looking forward to that on Sunday. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at, and I can't wait. And yeah, so Saturday for sure, I'm going to get out into nature and just really be able to take in the energy of being outdoors and just reground myself from being cooped up inside over the last few days, last couple weeks, to be honest, because we're getting so close. So we start shipping these out tomorrow. And yeah, so they're going to be ready to go with some other goodies that are going to go inside the package for those who've already registered. And yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. So bye for now. I'm going to go and jump in the tub and chill, and have a good night, everybody. Bye for now.